It's approaching the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you...
What's up? Got another showcase for you guys. I ended up spending a lot of time on this guy, just gradually increasing SA little by little, but finally got him to Rainbow Star status. So, of course I got to do a video on this guy, but I think, it's one of the rarer cards that typically aren't maxed out, but since I had a bunch of dupes, I went ahead and did that. Obviously a nuke lead. In terms of the potential system, I went with a balanced approach. Level 5 for additionals because it's a requirement, but level 12 for criticals, and also level 9 for dodge. Now, I thought about going full focus on evasion, but I still want this guy to hit hard because he's able to get into the Revive Warriors category, so he's got the potential to hit pretty decent. But I did want some evasion levels because, his damage reduction to 90% no longer activates if HP is less than 50%. So for events like Super Battle Road and stuff like that, I figured dodge would be pretty useful still, but I didn't want to go full dodge though. So that's kind of the reason why I did that. So let's go ahead and see how this guy does. And as always, definitely make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Alright, so linking up relatively well with Vegeta, and then Bardock's providing a 30% boost to attack, so this is a neutral type. So let's see how he does here. And he's got level 12 critical, so we should be able to see it periodically here. Alright, looking to be about 620,000. And yeah, 1.2 million, definitely decent output and big improvement for this guy. So in terms of the team build, it's a double lead AGL Golden Frieza leader setup. So obviously 170% increase to both attack and defense, HP increase of 130%. So, for most of you guys know, but for new players, this guy is one of the best tanks in the game. As you can see here, he's barely taking damage. Even if it's a super attack, he'll maybe take like a few thousand kind of thing. So it's a very good card, and the fact that he can hit like that, makes it even better. So yeah, definitely a decent guy. So we got type advantage. Let's go ahead and see how he does. It's always nice to see, the potential with type advantage scenarios, how hard they can actually hit. But he links up very, very well with AGL Golden Frieza, so he fits right in with this Revive Warrior category. Now, I wish I had him maxed out when I was going through the Extreme Z Awaken for Super Saiyan Goku. It would have been a lot nicer. But yeah, he's hitting for about 1.2 mil with type advantage without criticals, so definitely pretty good. Alright, let's see how he does with Goku Black here. And I believe Goku Black's defense is a little bit better than, what the other guys have been. So output-wise, it's probably not going to be as high, but let's see what kind of output we're looking at regardless. And, he's averaging about 700,000 in terms of SA output. And, with the critical, he's hitting for about 740k. And then you'll see, with the SA, he's only taking about 11 in damage. Okay, so let's switch things up and see how he does in the newer Dokkan events. Since the bosses are much tougher and their attack power is a lot higher. Let's see how he does, against bosses with much better defensive abilities and whatnot. So you can see, as long as that HP is over 50%, he's one hell of a tank. So I think, 570,000, that is very good. So even with type disadvantage, he's able to tank very, very well. So I still use this guy a lot, especially in very tough boss events. Now, granted, my Super Saiyan 3 category team is probably the best right now, so I usually test new events out with that team. But this guy is still very prevalent, and he's still one of the current best tankers in the game. And let's see, yeah, type disadvantage obviously doesn't hit that hard, but regardless, he can tank very, very well. Okay, so we've got the Ultimate Gohan battle now. So obviously Gohan can hit much harder, and his defense is a lot better. So let's see how he does here. And I'm just going to put him at the very end, since it looks like the most attacks are coming at the very end, so his HP is not going to be depleted by any of the supers here. And actually, you'll be able to see the comparison of, how hard Golden Frieza can hit versus how hard Angel Golden Frieza hits here. So he's looking at about 2 million right there, and let's see what he actually hits for. It's about 1 million, right? So about 50% less than what the output suggests. And Angel Golden Frieza can definitely tank pretty well too, depending on the circumstances. But let's see. Yeah, this guy's hitting for 550k, so it's actually it's really not bad. Output wise, like, that is actually very respectable damage output. And you can see 126 taken in damage on a super. Very, very nice. Alright, I think he's about to go into Dokkan mode here, so let's go ahead and see how he does. I'll just go ahead and put him in the middle, just to be able to maximize link skills with everybody, and I will use the Baba item just to make sure he doesn't super on anybody. Not that I'm really that worried about it, but it's always good to be careful. Alright, so let's see how he does Dokkan mode against Ultimate Gohan here. And hopefully I can get all 7 of these right here. I usually tend to mess up every now and then, so it's slow enough to where I can get every one of them, so that's good. Alright, so let's see how he does. So about 1.2 million. Not bad, really not bad. Switched over to the new Rose event, so since it is the newest Dokkan event available in JP, let's see how he does here. I ended up clearing this a bunch of times with the Super Saiyan 3 category team, so it's actually the first time I'm using this kind of team setup, but we'll see how he does. Yeah, like again, 700,000 output, and then he's actually going to hit for 504,000, but he's tanking like a motherfucker. And let's see how Angel Golden Frieza does here. So I mean he's actually not that far off compared to Angel Golden Frieza, so that's actually pretty good output. Alright, let's keep going with this, and I gotta say, I love the agility Tapion card in terms of the tanking ability. So this Revive Warrior team actually has a decent amount of cards that can actually tank. If you included Tech Perfect Cell, he's got, as part of his passive, he could increase his defense by 15% for every key collected. So there's plenty of options here with this team category, so it's really not bad. And I actually have one path unlocked with that guy, so I went level 8 additionals and level 9 criticals as of right now. Let's see how he does here. So a little bit less, 347,000, but again, the biggest purpose for this guy is to be the defender / tank, so that's really what the main focus for this guy is. And let's see, Angel Golden Frieza isn't really doing that much more either, so alright, let's have some more fun. I'm going to go back to one of the older events. This is the Cell event, so, let's see how he does. So, about to get supered on type disadvantage and only taking 77 in damage, so, it's definitely a good unit to have defense-wise. And he's, doing the critical for about 1.3 million, so definitely great output. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close it out here against the Strength Perfect Cell. And obviously, type advantage, I'm going to keep him in the middle because I want the link skills to be maximized, but I almost feel like Angel Golden Frieza is going to KO Cell potentially, so I'm just going to have to go ahead and put him up first. That way I can make sure that, he gets his super attack in. So let's see how he does. Well, with the critical, he's hitting for 1.35 million, so definitely very good output, and he got massively improved. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and stay tuned for another video later.